Hello, I'm Timothy Jones, sports reporter. Tar Heel fans, I know all the news surrounding the football program is interesting to say the least, but I'm going to let you know about what else is going on in the world of Carolina athletics. Starting with the annual ACC Big Ten Challenge for the men's basketball team. It's a rematch of last year's game when the Tar Heels dispatched the Michigan Wolverines with relative ease in the Smith Center. This time around, the teams are a little different, and Carolina faces a red-hot Michigan team in a huge road test in Ann Arbor. The now 7th-ranked and still undefeated Wolverines are off to a good start, building off their run to the national title game last season, which includes an impressive road win against defending champ Villanova. The Heels took a 5-spot tumble down the rankings to number 1 after splitting 2 games in Las Vegas over Thanksgiving break. Better defense and less turnovers will need to be a priority for the Heels if they want to win a game of this magnitude on the road. Freshman Kobe White showed out in Vegas with a sweet stroke and speed in transition. White scored 33 in a loss to Texas and followed that up with 19 in a win against UCLA. It was announced on Monday that White received ACC Freshman of the Week honors, putting the rest of the conference on notice. Hey, I guess Duke isn't the only one with talented freshmen, am I right? Don't forget to tune in to ESPN tonight at 9:30 to watch what Carolina has for us. Head women's soccer coach Anson Dorrance is looking for his 23rd national championship. This will be Carolina's 28th time in the College Cup, with the last title coming back in 2012. So, how did the Tar Heels get to the College Cup? Carolina cruised through most of the tournament with a 4-0 dismantling of Howard in the first round. Kansas was able to get 1 goal, but were still schooled by the Heels 4-1 in the second round. Virginia Tech stopped the Heels from getting that 4th goal, but couldn't score any of their own, and were beaten by Carolina 3-0 in the third round. Things got a little tricky in round 4 as the Tar Heels had to battle UCLA in a 2-2 tie in regulation and overtime. But the Heels composed themselves and got it done in penalty kicks with a score of 4-2 and advanced to the College Cup. As for the semifinal, Carolina's opponent will be the Georgetown Hoyas at Wake Med Soccer Park in Cary at 5 o'clock. The Hoyas haven't lost a game this year and are known for great defense, as they've given up only 9 goals in their last 2,300 minutes of play. The Tar Heels, however, have balanced scoring, to say the least, with 17 different players having scored a goal on this team, none more than 6. Carolina has 6 All-ACC selections, one being senior Julia Ashley, who leads the team in assists with 10. Carolina basketball is off to a problematic start against Power 5 competition this season, and that problem starts with their defense. Now, the 3-point defense has never been exactly terrific under Roy Williams, but this year, the inability to guard the dribble drive along with pick and rolls is tough to watch. As you probably witnessed to the loss to Texas, Longhorn guards, particularly Kerwin Roach, got into the lane at will and could do absolutely no wrong. Even in the win against UCLA, the Heels were down double digits early as the Bruins nearly mirrored Texas in the first half before the Heels got hot themselves and were able to slow them down enough. And well, Michigan backdoored Carolina to death and got wide open jump shots off the penetration and kickouts, shooting 57% for the game. Yes, nearly 60. Even before Roy's "we stink" quote after the game, I think virtually conceding the game against the Wolverines by benching his starters for a long period in the second half tells you what you need to know about his frustrations. Look, it's still early, and no doubt the Heels are practicing without rims as we speak. But if this continues against Gonzaga, Kentucky, and even the first few games into ACC play, Roy may need to take the Duke approach from last year and incorporate that 2-3 Syracuse-like zone. Now, there may be some of you listening to this saying that zone is for cowards, but hear me out. You saw how talented Duke was last year, but they couldn't defend anybody. They went zone for the rest of the year and were an overtime period away from the Final Four. Roy may not want to do it, but it's an option if things stay the way they are or, heaven forbid, get worse. Let's see what happens in the next month.